Diesels in mix at Frankfurt Auto Show scandals. Recalls. Threats of bans. The diesel engine is a public enemy for many environmental activists and politicians. And yet, when the world's biggest automakers unveil new models at this year's auto show in Frankfurt, among the new electric vehicles and digitally enhanced prototypes there will also be cars with diesel engines. The carmakers at the show, mainly Germany's big manufacturers, are hoping to modify diesel engines to make them cleaner, rather than throw them out altogether. It's a bid for stability in an industry roiled by change. The Frankfurt International Motor Show opens for journalists today and Wednesday, and to the general public from Saturday through September 24. German carmakers, which have relied heavily on diesel, have been bruised by controversy over the technology since Volkswagen's scandal, in which the company admitted to illegally rigging cars with software to turn off diesel emission controls when not on test stands. Subsequent investigation found that many diesels by other manufacturers met official test standards, but emitted far more pollution during everyday driving, often by exploiting provisions in laws that permitted them to turn off controls at certain temperatures. German carmakers are recalling some 5 million older diesel vehicles to tweak their engine control software in hopes of warding off pressure for diesel bans in some cities. So expect a lot of emphasis on emissions-free technology such as battery-powered cars. Daimler will show off a fully electric, compact car under its EK brand, which represents the company's push into areas that is bundled under the acronym CASE: connected, autonomous, shared and services, and electric. It also will unveil the Mercedes-Benz GLC F-Cell, a fuel cell and battery plug-in hybrid that emits only water vapor. Fuel cell-powered cars are not yet a practical option for consumers, with only 33 hydrogen fuel stations in Germany, but it's one possibility for the future in which government regulation will increasingly require low-emission vehicles. But diesel remains in the mix, with what automakers say are better emissions controls to meet European Union standards in which cars will be tested under real-world driving conditions, as well as on test stands. Diesels get better mileage, a big consumer issue in Europe, where fuel taxes make gasoline even more expensive. A gallon of gasoline costs $5.97 in Frankfurt, and diesels emit less carbon dioxide, meaning they help meet regulatory limits on the greenhouse gas believed to contribute to global warming. The new T-Roc small SUV from Volkswagen, for instance, will come with 3 possible gasoline engines to choose from and 3 diesels. Automakers won't be shouting about it, but diesels will be part of their lineup, said Ian Fletcher, principal analyst at his market. His estimates that diesel's market share will fall from 49.7% in Europe to 46.9% this year, and to 32.8% by 2025. Mercedes-Benz spent $3.6 billion to develop new diesels, which are already being used in its E-Class sedans. Increasingly, carmakers are finding other ways to unveil new models than auto shows, and that has become even more evident ahead of this year's show. Volkswagen's Porsche brand showed off its new Cayenne SUV at an extravagant event August 29 with the Bohemian Symphony Orchestra Prague, and dancers live-streamed from its home base in Stuttgart-Zuffenhausen. Automakers skipping the show this year include Fiat Chrysler's namesake Fiat, and its Jeep and Alfa Romeo brands, Peugeot and its DS luxury division, plus Nissan, Infiniti, and Volvo. Yet the Frankfurt show remains a very big deal for the home team. Daimler AG's Mercedes-Benz luxury brand, Munich-based BMW AG, and Volkswagen, all of which will have huge displays. Some 1,000 exhibitors will show off 300 premieres on 240,000 square yards of space. Chinese brands Wei and Chery will exhibit for the first time. Automakers will be eager to show off technologies that can help people get around without owning a car. That could include ordering rides through an app, sharing someone else's car for a price, and autonomous vehicles. Facebook Chief Operating Officer Sheryl Sandberg will speak at the opening ceremony, while Google is a sponsor for the media night. Computer security company Kaspersky Labs and AVL Software and Functions GmbH are showing off a product to protect cars from hackers. Daimler announced last week that it was investing in peer-to-peer car-sharing company Turo, and said it plans to merge Cruve, its own car-sharing pilot project, with Turo, which hopes to enter the German market in 2018.